So I wanted to make a video on my journey in becoming a copywriter because I know a lot of people are looking for ways nowadays to transition from a 9 to 5 in-person job to doing things online and making some money online, whether it's a side gig thing or actually completely moving their entire work online so they can have more fulfillment, freedom and flexibility in how they make an income. So I want to share my journey in copywriting so you can see my path and hopefully it inspires some other people. So for me, copywriting started back when I was a personal trainer. So I used to train clients in a gym, just one-to-one. Used to work with a lot of 40, 50-year-old mums, helping them lose weight and having more confidence. And used to quite struggle with figuring out this whole marketing thing of getting clients. And I was part of a mastermind at the time, like a paid monthly membership thing. It was called Lift the Bar. And in that mastermind, there was all sorts of gym owners, personal trainers, everyone in the health space basically. And they had all sorts of training in there and like a good group of people to help you grow your fitness business. And there was a copywriting training in there by a guy called Dan Meredith that I watched. And he did a training on copywriting, and I didn't know what copywriting was at the time. I actually thought copywriting was something to do with legalities of products and all this stuff, which is what a lot of people seem to think it is. They don't actually, that's copyright, not copywriting. So I watched this training and was instantly hooked on the idea of copywriting and becoming a writer. And just, I think one of the things that drew me towards it to start with was just how lucrative it could be and how much money you could make in copywriting. And I already kind of knew I had an upper hand when it came to writing. I was quite good with the written word. But as I actually found out later on, which you'll learn in this video, that you don't actually have to be a good writer as such to be a good copywriter. So after learning about copywriting, went down all the rabbit holes of what copywriting was, how it worked, how you could get clients, how to make money with copywriting, and started to apply what I was learning to my personal training business to get clients, because I was using copywriting as a way of speaking to new clients to get them on board. And copywriting is, if you're watching this, you kind of probably know what copywriting is, but I'm going to assume you do anyway. Copywriting is basically using the written word to get somebody to do something. Okay, so you'll see copywriting everywhere. So whether you're trying to get someone's attention, communicate with them, get your point of view across, it's just a way of selling through the written word essentially. And we all sell things, whether we like it or not, every day of our lives, whether it's selling a mug or product online, selling our partners or friends or family on doing something. Copywriting and persuasion comes into every single person's life every single day. So it's such a key skill to have. So I ended up getting loads of clients in my personal training business, and then I fell completely out of love with personal training. I hated it. Hated working one-to-one with people, and started to move into copywriting and decided, right, I'm going to go all in on copywriting and just do this as a way of making my source of income and funding my lifestyle. So transitioned away from personal training and working in the gym, and just wanted to work on a laptop and be able to take my laptop anywhere in the world, because I do a lot of mountain biking, racing, traveling and stuff. So having that flexibility and freedom just to pick up and open the laptop wherever I wanted was really appealing to me. So I started looking at how to get clients in copywriting, and being part of all these different groups of people in the online world I just happened to come across from this personal training mastermind. I started to meet different people and join different groups. I ended up meeting some really good people and came across some people who were actually looking for copywriting. And I actually became friends with somebody who had a business, an online education business that taught people how to start and grow a business on Amazon, like selling physical products on Amazon, which I knew nothing about. So he actually gave me a shot of doing some email marketing for him. So writing marketing emails to customers and non-customers on his email list. And at the time I had no idea what selling on Amazon was. So to better understand what he actually was selling to his customers, I actually went through his own training and learn and started my own Amazon FBA business, because then if I knew how to start a business, I knew what the roadblocks were, what the hurdles might be for people joining and starting a business. So then our emails would be more powerful in the future to get more customers into his business. So yeah, I focus mainly on working in the online education space and working in the Amazon space for online educators and people who sell courses and things like that. And we were writing emails pretty much every single day to both customers and non-customers, encouraging non-customers to buy what we were selling, and then providing value to customers who were already a member of our course or community, and offering them other things as well. Email marketing is so powerful. I think people think that email is dead. Email is still one of the most read forms of media online, and if you can learn the art of copywriting, you can obviously apply it to any type of writing, whether it's emails, social media, blog posts, sales pages for websites, anything you can literally apply it to. So yeah, that was kind of the start of my copywriting journey. So it kind of grew from there. I worked with that one main client for maybe 5 years, as well as working with other clients mingled in that, in all sorts of different niches. So I've written and done copywriting for so many different clients in different niches. You don't have to focus on one niche in copywriting. That's one thing that people seem to think you have to do. Like, you have to only focus on writing for these types of people, or these types of business owners or whatever. But when you understand what copywriting is and how to write good copy, you can apply that to anything. So you can essentially work with any type of person, any business, to sell any product or to help them with anything. And that's what I did. So I started working with a number of different people, honing my craft even more. And this is completely before all this AI stuff came about. There was no chat GPT, there was nothing. So I was just writing, reading books and writing on my own knowledge and learning from other people as well. So I was on a lot of people's email lists, email marketers lists, to see how they were sending emails to their customers and their non-customers and what they were doing, and seeing how we could apply that to what all my other clients were doing. I read so many books, spent quite a lot of money on courses and mentorship from like copywriters and business owners who could help me further along my copywriting journey. So that's kind of where copywriting has been for me. I'll just take a sip of my drink. And it's got to the point now where I would like to almost like help other people who are only just starting out on this. And this video kind of came about from a friend who came around to my house looking for help with looking to transition away from a job that he's not that interested in. He's a sound engineer, a sound acoustic person. He works from home still, but he's just not doing something that's not fulfilling. It's not very flexible. I'm not sure how much it's paying him, but I don't know if it's fulfilling in that sense. So I suggested the idea of maybe copywriting could be an idea. And that's a thing like a lot of people struggle with when it comes to starting something online. Like, you can pick 1,000,001 different things and most of them do work. But I think the more important thing is you actually start taking steps towards something and just make a decision. And for me, that decision was copywriting. And I'll just touch upon like copywriting from a standpoint of, it's not English language writing or anything like that. You don't have to have a master's degree in English language to be a good copywriter. A good copywriter understands communication and human psychology at the deepest level. That's what they are very good at, and they're then very good at putting that into the written word. And you can learn copywriting in a matter of days, like the basics of copywriting and what it is. I'm not saying you'll be an A-grade copywriter after a few days, but you can learn the foundational basics that can start you making money online with copywriting, and you can get your first client. You don't have to spend months or years studying this stuff like a university degree or anything, which is, again, what drew me towards it in the start. So how do you get your first client as such? Like, that's a question people will have. Like, okay, I want to start copywriting. How do I get a client? I will put some videos on this channel about how to do all the specifics of this, but essentially for me, when I first started, I actually did do some free work for people and then offered my services of copywriting afterwards if they liked it, which generally led to quite a lot of work. I'm now in a position where I don't do as much free work, But if I was looking at getting a new client and I had no experience or anything like that, doing cold outreach to potential businesses and prospects is definitely where I would start. I would make a list of what I would call the Dream 100 clients, or like people you would love to work with in the online education space, finance, e-commerce, if you want to do email marketing, e-commerce. There's so many different types of copywriting, but you just have to kind of narrow down what you would like to focus on. For me, it was email marketing, email copywriting. I just think that's super powerful and has a really, really clear return on investment for the person looking at hiring you as a copywriter. Because let's say, for example, they hired you and you wrote a number of emails and you could clearly see, well, these emails generated this much money, or these emails helped us boost our revenue by this much. It's very clear to see how much you are worth as a copywriter to that business. And obviously, if it's a net gain for the business, i.e. they're paying you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month or pounds a month, and they're getting $10,000, $15,000 back in revenue or profit, that's a complete no-brainer for the company not to keep paying you to keep writing for them. And that's the point you want to get to. Now, there'll be a lot of people also stating like, how much you charge, how much do you, how do you actually start this business? Well, for me, if I was starting from scratch, I would set myself up as a business and treat it as a business and not a side hustle, even if you only have a few hours a week to focus on this. So setting yourself up as a business would be go and buy yourself a domain, maybe just yourname.com or whatever. Go and get yourself a professional email address. That will make a big difference when you land in someone's email inbox, so you don't have an email that's like @gmail.com, which is just lazy. Shows people you've actually put some money into investing in yourself. And then build yourself a really simple landing page that offers, like, what just shows people what you offer. And you can get an account called Carrd, CARRD.com, I think it is. And it's like $20 for the year to build unlimited landing pages. That's the cheapest you will ever get. So essentially you can start one of these businesses for like less than £30, which is, mind-bending. And then it will be a slow process of doing cold outreach. A cold outreach is where you're going out to customers or potential customers to find clients. And you're not going to send one email or contact one person and get a client. That's very rare that's going to happen. You're going to be sending dozens and hundreds of messages to start with to get your first client, right? Once you get your first client, then I can almost guarantee things will become easier and your process will be refined as you go through this journey. There is a video on this channel, which I'll link up here, about the template I use when I'm reaching out to clients to get clients to respond and start that conversation. So you can go and use that for free. And then it's a case of obviously having a service, having an offering for a customer or for a client. So you do offer, say for example, email marketing or email copywriting, but people aren't buying email copywriting, they're buying you making them more money. So this is where the art comes in of making a good offer as a copywriter. Because I can guarantee if you reach out to someone and say, I can do email marketing for you, they'll be like, we already have someone that does that. Which is, you're just comparing yourself to everybody else. So you want to set yourself higher than everybody else. And to do that, you have to create yourself a unique offer, a no-brainer offer as a copywriter, which essentially is focusing on the outcome of what you offer to a business owner or whoever's looking at hiring you, which again is helping them make more sales, make more money, increase their bottom line, whatever it is. That's the sort of thing you're trying to pitch. And then once you get the first client, that's where things will start to pick up, and almost guarantee it, because your confidence will improve as well. And once your confidence improves, it's almost like this flywheel that just keeps growing. But in the start, it will be like feeling like you are pushing a boulder uphill. That will be the same with starting any online business, I can guarantee that. So if you're sat here watching this, looking at how to get started with copywriting or something else, I guarantee whatever you pick, it's not going to be plain sailing to start with. It's going to feel like you're pushing this boulder uphill with anything. So, but my advice and my journey has been copywriting. And once you get to the point where you feel like you've got it on lock, then it gets a lot easier and a lot smoother to maintain. And that's where, having a mentor or having somebody to guide you who's already done it is super valuable, because sure, you can go and watch all these YouTube videos and piece it together yourself of how to start this copywriting business, how to get clients and how to fulfill the clients and how to get paid. Or you could just follow somebody who has already done it and has synthesized their knowledge into some step-by-step guidance and programs. So, because I kind of feel that's what people want with this. They want guidance and direction through the whole process. So I think I will be releasing more videos on this channel about this, like having given you guys guidance and direction. But for now, I will leave a link below to join my email list, which I will be sharing more tips on making money online, copywriting, all that kind of cool stuff, which will be below if you want to go and join that. But for now, that's been my journey in copywriting. I hope it was useful and I hope it inspires some of you. Any questions, comments, drop them below and I'll get back to you and I'll see you in the next video.